Hey everyone, welcome back to the Change Dude podcast. I'm your host Saeed Rafe, and today we are diving into one of the most exciting and sometimes overwhelming aspects of a tech career, finding your niche in a field as diverse as tech. If you have ever felt lost in the sea of opportunities and wondering where you truly fit, you are not alone. That's why in this episode, I want to share insights, lessons, and my own journey in exploring different tech career paths so you can find the one that fits your skills, passions, and goals. We are going to talk about how to discover the areas in tech that resonate with you, how to evaluate them based on your strengths, and ultimately how to carve out your space in an industry that offers an abundance of career possibilities. So, whether you are just getting started or you are already deep in your career but feel like you are at a crossroads, stay with me. Let's begin with understanding the landscape. The tech industry today is vast, and that's an understatement. From software development to cybersecurity, data science, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, DevOps, to roles like UI/UX design, product management, and even tech consulting. There are endless avenues you can pursue. I remember when I started, all I knew was programming. I didn't understand the full picture of the industry at that time. I thought it was just about coding websites and web applications. It wasn't until I began exploring different projects and interacting with people from different fields that I realized how broad the tech world really is. And with this realization, I also felt a little lost. So if you are just starting, you might think, should I focus on software engineering, or is there something else I would be great at? This question is super common. The first thing to remember is, it's okay to not have all the answers right now. Let's break down some of the core categories to give you a sense of the variety and what might be a good fit for you. We have got number 1, software development and engineering. This is often where people start, writing code, building applications, and working with frameworks. But even this has sub-niches: front-end, back-end, full-stack, mobile, and game development, to just name a few. Number 2 is data science and analytics. If numbers excite you and you love finding patterns, this might be your calling. Data scientists are high in demand, and their work drives decisions at big companies. Number 3 is cybersecurity. Protecting data, systems, and networks from cyber threats. With the rise in cybercrime, this field is critical. Number 4, AI and machine learning. If you have been fascinated by automation, recommendation algorithms, or even artificial intelligence art, this field is booming right now. Number 5 is cloud computing and DevOps. Managing cloud infrastructure, ensuring that systems run smoothly and efficiently in scalable environments. Number 6 is UI/UX design and research. So if you have an eye for design and care about how users interact with technology, this might be a field for you. Number 7 is product management. You are part of this strategic side, defining features and roadmaps of products based on customer needs. Notice how different all these roles are, yet they all require variety of skill sets and strengths. Which brings us to the next point: your skills and strengths. Now that you have seen a snapshot of some paths available, the next logical step is figuring out where your strengths and passions lie. When I started, I gravitated towards web development, not just because I enjoyed coding, but because I could actually see the impact of my work instantly. That visual feedback was a major motivator for me. But I know others who get a kick out of solving complex, abstract problems. They might be more suited to back-end or data analysis kind of roles. Here is what you should ask yourself when exploring a career path. Number one, what excites you? Is it solving puzzles? Is it creating something visually appealing? Is it working with large amounts of data? Or maybe you love managing projects. Second, what skills come naturally to you? Do you enjoy logic and math? Or are you more creative with an eye for design? Are you a natural problem solver or a people person who enjoys communication and collaboration? Number three, what kind of work environment do you thrive in? Some roles are solitary, like development. Others are highly collaborative, like product management. Think about your ideal day at work. Sometimes you won't know the answers right away, and that's okay. When I was first learning to code, I had no idea that later on I'd be working closely with UI UX team or experimenting with front-end frameworks like React. But by trying those things, I was able to figure out what I enjoyed the most. My advice: experiment. If you are at the beginning of your journey, take on a few side projects that expose you to different areas. This is something that really worked well for me early on. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. So, once you have explored different paths and developed skills in various areas, the next important step is to niche down. What does that mean? So, niching down doesn't mean you are limiting yourself. Rather, you are positioning yourself as an expert in a specific area. For example, when I found myself gravitating towards web analytics and UX development, this was a space where my unique blend of front-end experience and problem solving really paid off. In fact, when I was working with digital marketing agencies in Pakistan, this niche helped me stand out. I wasn't just another coder. I was someone who could bring a broader perspective to the table. Once you have established yourself in a niche, you can diversify your knowledge. For instance, even though I worked as a software engineer, I was always experimenting with new technologies and tools to stay relevant and push the boundaries of my expertise. You don't want to be a generalist forever. Niching down can open doors to more specialized roles, higher pay, and career advancement. But niching doesn't mean stagnating. It means mastering something, then continuing to grow from that foundation. One of the most beautiful things about working in tech is that once you have built a strong skill set, you can take your career global. I am an example for this. Starting out in Pakistan, I never imagined that my career would take me to Europe or any other place in the world for that matter. But once I focused on growing my expertise, the opportunities just expanded. In a global market where your skills are valued anywhere, but you have to take the initiative to learn how to market yourself to international employers. Platforms like LinkedIn or simply engaging in open source projects on GitHub can get you noticed by international recruiters. So don't be afraid to seek out opportunities that feel out of reach. I already told this story in my previous podcast episodes, how as a 19-year-old, I was running a web agency, small web agency, but with clients from California. So the internet has created a borderless world. The only thing holding you back is the belief that you are not ready. And let me tell you, you are ready. Start applying for international roles even if you don't feel fully qualified. The world of tech is filled with opportunities for those willing to take risks. To wrap it up, finding your niche in tech is a process of exploration, experimentation, and self-discovery. It's okay to start broad and eventually narrow down your focus as you find what resonates with you. Trust me, even if it feels like you are stumbling around in dark right now, every step you take brings you closer to finding that sweet spot where your passion meets your skill set. And once you have found that niche, remember, the tech world is global and your skills are in demand worldwide. For our next episode, we are going to dive into one of the most talked about methodologies in tech, Agile, and what it really means for developers. We will discuss the principles of Agile development and how they can shape more successful projects. I'll also share some of my personal stories from projects where Agile made all the difference and where it didn't. Thank you for joining me on the Change Dude podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Until next week, this is your host, Said Rafi, signing off.